This is Covert Agent Ravage, and you are watching another Mallwave Transformers review.
Hey everyone, Mallwave here, and I'm here with another Transformers video review. This week we've got us I'm already messing up my words. Jesus, that's a record. That's got to be like 5 seconds in, and I've already derailed myself. This week we're going to be reviewing a toy that I will have to say is probably my favorite of 2011 thus far, and if anything, will definitely appear on a list of my top 5 favorite toys of 2011 if I ever decide to actually make one because I'm lazy. But without any further ado, it's time for the video review of Transformers Reveal the Shield Special Ops Jazz. Now, I'm pretty sure that the majority of people who will watch this video have to agree that Jazz, Special Ops Jazz especially, is probably one of the best Reveal the Shield toys ever. And to be honest, this is pretty much, for the lack of a Jazz that we've gotten in Classics and Universe, I would say this definitely makes up for it. Hasbro is either really trying to kiss our ass for not giving us one of these, or to make up for all the customs online that people have done out of the Prowl mold. They were just like, you know what, let's just give you a Jazz. And they delivered. Now, Jazz, I will say, has a very Porsche-esque look to it. But what I also like is it's sort of an homage as well, in my opinion anyway, of the Transformers the movie Jazz. The Pontiac, what the hell type of model is that? The Pontiac model thing that I can't remember at the moment. So it's got, as you can see, it's got like the back fender, and the front kind of looks, it looks like a combination between the Pontiac and the Porsche. Yeah, definitely not Porsche, again, kind of the Porsche on the bottom, and then maybe the Pontiac lights on the back. Now, this is one thing that does kind of annoy me. There are very few paint apps still applied to this toy. As on the back, again, it's Hasbro, obviously, but you know, on the back, those are supposed to be the headlights. The back bumper is completely white. And, like, you could have just kept the red stripe along the bottom there, maybe. Otherwise, I would say, like, there are a few paint apps. Like, I'm not gonna complain, you know, oh no, there aren't any of all the Jazz apps on there. That's what Repro Labels is for. I'm not gonna put it on there, mind you, because I like Jazz the way it is. But, I also like the fact that they kept the red and blue stripes along the top and along the side. Or top, side. Unless the toy sits like this the whole time. You have the very standard number 4. Eventually when it'll autofocus. Yeah, close enough. On the sides. And we have the Reveal the shield on the top, which doesn't appear on the front of the car. So no matter what, Jazz doesn't have an Autobot symbol on his car. Oh no, I gave away the secret. It's an Autobot. No! You obviously know what my opinion of Reveal the Shield is, but the only thing I will say that's bad about this car, I wonder what this is. Could it be a robot? Now again, I don't want to gripe about this because this is probably common with most cars. I didn't mark this as bad as I normally do because, to be honest, it's like, that's sort of kind of starting to get redundant. Like, oh, Mal can see stuff under the car. That's kind of how it transforms, dumbass. But yeah, you can see the arms, see the feet, and the waist, and there's the head right there, and there's the gun. But still, even... Oh, I almost forgot. Just like with the G1 toy, I like how the knees become seats of sorts. But basically, you have opening doors. We also have these, but I'll get to them with the gimmick. So, for vehicle mode, I will score Special Ops Jazz with a 23. This car mode is one of the better ones that I've seen. In fact, Generations, for some reason, is getting all these vehicle modes right. There has been barely one where I've looked at it. There have been maybe a few, but for the majority of the released vehicle modes, I've looked at it and I went, that looks amazing. That looks awesome. You know, like Hasbro is getting a lot better with their designs, and I gotta admit, I'm incredibly impressed with it. And also, if you hear that grinding in the background, I don't know what it is, but I think someone's using a chainsaw or something, or a pressure washer. Anyways, time for the transformation. All right, so the first, I guess obviously I should have left these doors open because that's the first thing to do. Then you want to take the gun, pop it out, just kind of set that off to the side for now. You want to take, now this is the one part here, I'm going to be very honest with you. These tabs that hold this roof into the back legs are incredibly tight. Don't pull too hard. I cannot stress that enough. I haven't broken mine yet. As you can see, you can get one out. You can get, this one comes out easy. Just have to kind of wiggle it. It'll come free and it'll come free like, you know, like whip. Oh, or you can just kind of pull the legs out from underneath. But once the legs are free, just want to straighten the legs out. Just want to take the cockpit here, or the roof, not cockpit, roof, and just kind of pull it up. I want to separate the legs and grab the thigh, grab the entire housing, and just pull. Actually, pull? No, not yet. I'm skipping ahead. You want to fold out the feet, and fold the feet, fold out the foot, and pull up the heel spur, and then pull this entire fender section down. This will move up. And this little piece here for the leg grill should spring out. So again, just to show you, fold that out, fold that down, fold that up. Yeah, that should have worked. Huh. Sometimes these can be a little stubborn though, so if you need to, just pull that up with your thumb and then let it kind of fall down. Just making sure I got that right. There's the leg sections of Jazz. Then I want to take the arms, and since they're on ball joints, easiest design ever. You want to just rotate them around on the ball joint, and then separate them like this. And this will create a hole for the head to come through. Now, if you look carefully at the head, I'll just put my hand there and get the autofocus going. You see that it's on a gear system that's hooked up to this. As this body moves down, the head moves up. So you just want to do that. Jazz's head comes up. You just want to rotate the arms down. Rotate them around. Then put them on the wrist. Rotate on the wrist, I mean. So again, rotate that down, around, and rotate the wrist up. Just adjust a few things. And there you have Reveal the Shield Special Ops Jazz in robot mode. And I almost forgot, just for the gun, you want to pull this up. And it takes a bit of wiggling, but eventually you will get it into this position like this. And just stick it in Jazz's hand. Eventually. And here's Special Ops Jazz in robot mode. You guys can see why I love this toy, and again why I said that it makes up for the lost time when it comes to like no Jazz toys ever in Generations or Classics or Universe. I'm not going to say Chug because that just sounds stupid. The head sculpt. Now, for the majority of Jazz customs, either people made their own head sculpt or they took the BotCon one. And obviously, you know, since my Jazz toy is complete, since my camera completely sucks, I'm going to have to take a white piece of paper and put it behind Jazz's head just to get the autofocus to go. Come on. Come on. Come on. There we go. But as you can see, Jazz has some very nice sculpting. He doesn't look like his happy self. He looks like he's really down to business. The special ops, obviously. Got the very Jazz-esque head sculpt. Some nice light piping, which I believe does work. I don't have any way of testing it. But a very nice head sculpt indeed. Articulation for this bad boy. Once I get my paper back into my... Forget that. I thought I tried putting my paper back into my printer and it would not work. Alright, the head is on a free motion ball joint. That is a very nice neck joint, I gotta admit. The shoulders, obviously, as I mentioned, are on a ball joint, and I suppose on a slight swivel. The elbows, 360-degree rotation, and are double jointed. So, the double joint takes a bit to get into, but yeah, that's pretty much double jointed right there. The wrist is on a ball joint, a limited one. I call it 360 rotation though. There is the waist joint. The only way it really works is if this piece is completely out of the way, and then see it moves finally. You've got the thighs, which move 180 degrees out, or 90 degrees out. No, I'm not going to do it. And about 180 degrees in either direction. The knees rotate 360 degrees and are also double jointed. So Jazz can look like he's about to kick a football. And not really much articulation in the foot, I'm afraid. Still, for articulation, I'm going to score Jazz at a 23. This toy, again, I hate to constantly be saying it, but this thing makes up for it. For the lack of a Jazz. In folds. Like, tenfold. And for once, I'm reviewing a toy without a shitty gimmick. For gimmick, I'm going to score Special Ops Jazz with a 22. And here's why. Because I'm going to be unprepared again. Jazz works on the 3mm clip system. The system that has proven to be the greatest invention ever made. How can I say this with confidence? Easy. I just did. In any case, Jazz has a few clips on him in various places. First on his gun. I'll just take the gun out of his hand. Now, granted, I don't have very many good clip system things that demonstrate this, as the only thing I have are spare missiles from my broken Reveal the Shield tracks. Or, I'm sorry, Turbo tracks. So it'll look kind of stupid, but basically Jazz's gun, if you look, there are two clip systems here. So you can take the missile, or one that I would assume has a ball joint, and just go click. And eventually click. Now Jazz has a gun with two missile launchers on the side. Woo! This probably would be better if you had some of Revenge of the Fallen Recon Ironhide's weapons, or even some of the weapons from Darkmount. But also, Jazz's speakers are on this clip system, and that also brings me to the speakers. This was one of those advertised things that they mentioned at BotCon when they first released images of Special Ops Jazz. Essentially, you have speakers that can come out the side. Check out my new speakers, man! If I could do a Jazz imitation, that would be awesome. I need Wendell! Wendell, why will you not help me? But basically, the speakers fold out, and the best part, if I can get them off, clip system. So if you don't want speakers, you can give Jazz some kick-ass missile launchers if you really want to. Check out my new speakers, man! Kaboom! And only problem is, doing this, unhinging the clip systems with one hand is incredibly hard to do. The only thing I will really say that hurts the gimmick score is, of course, the Reveal the Shield, which doesn't even appear in the robot mode. In order to see it... Jazz, why are you falling down on the job? In order to see it, you gotta see him on the back. Oh crap, my camera doesn't focus. No! No! Come on. Come on. Huh. Okay, maybe I zoomed in a bit too far. Sorry, folks. So what's the best way to fix zooming in too far? Zooming in even farther! Yay! I gotta get used to the zoom feature on this thing. But essentially, the Reveal the Shield thing's on the back of Jazz, so that doesn't really help. Unlike Rodimus or Cyclonus, which is on the front, this is not very helpful, especially if it's a toy that a kid's gonna be like, who's the Alliance? Hang on, let me turn around. God damn, do I have to turn around to show you? Jeez. I just saved a burning building full of babies. What more do you need? Now I want to see the Reveal the Shield. You happy now? Oh my god, you're a Decepticon! But, in any case, as I said, Gimmick gets a 22. Fun Factor also gets a 22. Jazz has a lot of articulation. He has a lot of good points. His gun is probably the only thing that could probably get lost on him. Aside, his gun is big enough that it probably wouldn't get lost as bad. Speakers probably will, but still, Jazz is very easy to transform. He's very easy to get a hold of because he's about a deluxe price point. He is incredibly articulate for a toy of this price point. Like, we're talking deluxe size, deluxe class. And what's probably the best is, well, it's a Jazz. What's probably the best is that he looks like he means business. He's a race car. He's a race car that turns into a soldier. How could some kid not like that? So in total, I'm going to give Special Ops Jazz a 90 out of 100. In other words, the highest score that I believe I've given a toy to date. And he well deserves it. Special Ops Jazz is probably the best toy that I have reviewed thus far in 2011. I never thought I would get my hands on this. It was thanks to my buddy Sarmic01. If you didn't see my haul video, why the hell haven't you? Go and see it. Like, now! Now! Go see it now! But otherwise, this toy, if you have a chance to grab this toy, get it. If you don't like it, what the hell is wrong with you? This is a toy that if this quality of engineering was put into every Hasbro product, I would buy the repaints, easy. Like, this is coming from me who hates repaints. I would buy this as a repaint if this was repainted into another Jazz. Especially, I know a certain someone who would buy one if it was a black repaint. That's right, Christina, I'm talking to you. But in any case, it looks like we've reached almost 20 minutes. So, until next time, this is Malwave with Reveal the Shield Special Ops Jazz, signing out. See you, everybody.